Good morning. Welcome to another Mommy McGyver Monday. Grab your coffee, and this is your chance to sit down and take a quick break.
Good morning. We are real mommies, and we always share our real tips with you. We try to be transparent, let you know about our successes and our failures.
Yes, and today we wanted to talk about the topic of mommy wars. It's been all over the blogosphere, and it's the idea that the full-time career moms are looking over at the stay-at-home moms, and the stay-at-home moms are looking over at the full-time career moms, and everybody's judging everybody and having nasty things to say.
Right. So Jennifer and I have been on both sides of this conversation. We both left careers to be at home with our kiddos. In my case, I'm a nurse practitioner, and I left a really busy private practice to be able to support my husband's crazy work schedule. And we have 4 kids, so I just made that decision to be home. I'm really grateful to have had the option to stay at home. But I also know the woes of being a career mom and working outside of my home and trying to find that balance.
Exactly. And in my case, I had a career in television as a commercial producer, and I loved what I did, but I knew that when I had kids, I wanted to stay home and be a mommy as well.
Right.
So, and also I faced the challenge of being the work at home mommy, which I thought would be, the best of both worlds, but it's harder because I'm like hiding in the bathroom, trying to make calls, and they're screaming at the door. So that was hard too.
Yes, it's hard to be a professional with a toddler screaming at you. So when I was working, I always faced a lot of scrutiny from the stay-at-home moms, and they would say, "Oh, how can you work? And what about your kids?" And I had a lot of guilt about missing, the field trips and the class parties. But the irony to me is that now that I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom, I face scrutiny from professional career moms, and they always say to me, "Oh, well, I work." So
and we realize that not everyone has a choice. But in our case, we made the decision that we felt was best for our families, and we were very purposeful about, cutting down our budget and just finding a way to survive on one income so we can be home with our kids when they're little.
Right. And when I was researching this topic in the media, I came across a few tips to use to try to bridge that gap between the stay-at-home moms and the career moms. So tip number 1 is to give each other some room. We're all moms. We all have a heart for our kiddos, and we're all just trying to do our best. Parents Magazine did a study where they said that 62% of moms, whether they work at home or whether they work outside the home, actually do support each other. And that made me really sad because it meant that 38% of moms are still out there being, critical of each other. So
Tip number 2 is try to be purposeful about your decision making when it comes to your family. If you're struggling as a career mom, longing to stay home, discuss that option with your family, because I think it is a little bit more flexible than people think whenever you really look at how much childcare cost is and things like that. So just really look carefully and see if you can make those changes.
Right. And for tip number 3, look at it from the opposite perspective. You know how you always look at the grass always being greener. And Jennifer and I have been on both sides of this fence. So if you haven't considered what the other mom might be feeling, take a look at what that mom might be going through every day. Those working outside the home moms are exhausted trying to figure out what to make for dinner after they've already put in a long day. And so give them a little space.
Tip number 4 is let's all just do our best. When Mel and I were working, we got the paycheck and the monetary pat on the back.
Right.
And now that we're stay-at-home moms, our pat on the back we have to find. It's a little bit different, with our family and just little things at home. But the point is that we work on trying to find that and finding purpose and feeling good about our decisions now.
Yeah, and find ways to celebrate your successes as a stay-at-home mom. So tip number 5 is to give yourself a break. And I know it sounds easier said than done, but sometimes we're only sensitive about things that people criticize us if we're actually feeling insecure about it ourselves. So try to make the decision that's best for your family, feel good about it, be secure about it, and go with it, and then everybody will be happier.
That's right. Just claim it. So there you have it. We have solved the mommy wars and brought peace. Next, the Middle East.
High five me. Thanks for watching. For these tips, go to casa.com. Have a great week, everybody.